They will stick for a while, but you have to be nice to them. This winter, we have a massive refit going on with Ecola, and we had some serious project planning that we needed to do ahead of time. So we thought, what better opportunity to talk about how we actually manage our projects than right now. We're gonna talk about how we systematically plan our projects and use a board, like a scrum board, but it's a little bit modified to keep track of where we are on all of our projects and to prioritize where we're moving next. To set up a project management board like we use, all you need is a straight edge or a measuring tape, a little bit of masking tape. I use washi tape just because it's fun. Post-it notes. We use the small ones. These are the 3" by 3" I believe. We can measure actually. Nope, 2" by 2". These are the 2" by 2" Post-it notes. We use the smaller ones just because you can fit more, especially for big projects, and they're cheaper. So that's always good. And a pen to write what you're going to put on your Post-it notes. It's pretty simple. We use a slightly modified board from what a traditional Agile or Scrum board is. So those are typically 3 parts. You would have backlog, a in progress, and a completed, as well as a blocker bin. Over a couple years, we realized we don't really use the blocker bin. So instead, we are creating a supplies needed section, which will be our farthest over, then to do in progress and completed. So I'm just going to break this into 4 parts. All right, so I'm not going to label them, mostly because we know which ones are which, and we always move from right to left. And it also gives us the opportunity to reuse this board later if we decide to reconfigure for a different project. For this one, like I said, this one is going to be supplies needed, to do, in progress, and completed. So now we just have to fill out all of our Post-it notes. There's a couple different ways that you can use the Post-it notes. We've done this a couple different ways. One is that each person gets a particular color. We've also done it where each like urgency gets a certain color. So things that need to be done in a certain time frame get one color, and things that can be like waited on can get a different color. We do it a little bit differently every time. This time around, I am not marking them either way. So we are just gonna go ahead and put all of them on the blue. And if I run out of blue, we are gonna use purple. So. We also initially started this as a Trello board, but both of us do much better with it being a paper, like in your face board. It kind of gets lost to us when it's digital, so we've decided to put this into a paper one. So I'm literally using my phone. The original Trello board that we used is going to go onto Post-it notes and into here. I'm probably going to, Andy and I will sit here and talk it through as we go, as to things that we initially didn't thought we needed and don't, and that kind of stuff. And we'll go from there. So this may sound super silly, but I had an Agile coach tell me this once and it just blew my mind. So if you have issues with the Post-it notes kind of like leaning up like this when you're using them, don't pull from the bottom when you pull them off, pull them from the side, and they don't do that. So the other thing that you want to keep in mind is that the stuff that you need to do sooner should always kind of be up at the top or to the closest to the side. You can do it either way. We typically do the stuff that we need to do the soonest up at the top. As long as you kind of stick to a system, it's not a big deal. So important stuff at the top, not so important stuff at the bottom for us. And like I said, in the past, we've done this with color coding as well. So. So we used a good portion of the blue ones. So what I'm gonna do, which I like to do quite a bit on these, is I'm going to actually take the blue ones off and I'm gonna stick the rest of the pad, because this side is the sticky side, to the board itself. So then we have this rest of the sticky notes if we need to add anything additionally. So I'm gonna stick it right down here in our to-do list. That's it. So now we just start prioritizing and putting things where it needs to go. A lot of times what we do is we put like the stuff that it may not be in progress right yet, but the stuff that we want to start working on like really soon into in progress. And then we know, hey, these are the things that we need to work on next. And then as we complete, we go to complete, and it is really satisfying. Hopefully that bucket over there will be real full real soon. As you can see by the number of Post-its we have on this board, this refit project is massive. We plan on videoing all of it and putting it up on our channel. So if you don't want to miss anything, you're going to want to subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.